Here's our last question that we're going to play with, and this is actually a graphing question. So we need to know, when does 3x plus 2 greater than or equal to x squared minus 3x? Now you can go ahead and solve that and find the x coordinates, the intersections, but it's quite hard to visualise what's going on. So this, for me, if you have left-hand side, right-hand side, both of which have got variables on or equations, I would probably go straight to a GD solution. So let's go ahead and type in that. That's 3x. This is, there we go. Oops, let me just press escape. That's 3x plus 2 on the left-hand side. And double tap. On the right-hand side, x squared minus 3x. There we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make it so I can see both graphs on here. So if I do Control T, I get to see the x values, and then the y value for the brown, and then the y value for the blue. I'm just interested in where does the brown and the blue intersect. Brown and blue, 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 brown. Okay, so it looks like maybe 23, 28, maybe I'll go up to 30 then in the y value. Control T, and I'm just going to double click, put 30 here. Okay, so I can grab the hand and move it around. Alright, so now let's interpret this question in a slightly different way. The question says, can you see the 3x plus 2, which is the brown graph? Okay, I want you to tell me, when is the brown graph higher than or equal to the x squared minus 3x, the blue graph? So can you see at this particular point here, anything beyond this particular point here, the brown graph is below the blue graph. Anything from this point here to this point here, the brown graph is above the blue graph. And any point from here downwards, the brown is below. Okay, so actually we want this bit of the graph. Okay, now the equations in terms of x. So we just want the x solutions to these sections. Menu, analyze graph, intersection, here and here. Okay, we want that x coordinate there. And then menu, analyze graph, intersection. And we want these x values down here. Grab that, move it up here. Okay, so now let's just think about this. I'm going to go back to my page here. I'm going to try and draw that a little bit. Okay, so I've got a brown graph which does this, and I've got a blue graph which does this. Okay, so now let's put on these points here and here. I'm going to drop those onto the x-axis, which is here and here, and I'm going to draw out a separate x-axis under here. These represent those particular x values, and they were 6.32, and they were negative 0.312. It's 3 something. And we want to know which x values is the brown graph higher than the blue graph. And we can have it equal. And can you see that it's anywhere between these particular x coordinates, and we can have those particular values as well. So we just translate that into an inequality. So we want kind of this part of the graph here, but we want the solution in terms of x. Okay, and that is your solution to the inequality. Okay, and I think that's the most efficient way of doing inequalities.